So it's the first. Uh, Jeez, wait a minute. Getting back from leave is hard. That's better. So, bit more in work mode. Let's get a sip of coffee. I've been preparing for today, which is first day back at work, which I'm sure a lot of you are either back at work today or maybe it was last week, and trying to get into the year. I've been making some notes. You may have seen it on LinkedIn if you follow me there about 2021 and what I want out of it. So 2020 was a year filled with lessons for everyone. Some of those good, some of those not so good, but we've all been through a major life change. And for me personally, I really went into a place of depression. I managed to get through it through a great support group, a network of friends, and also just reaching out to the online network that we all belong to has been fantastic. But for 2021, I really wanted to do things differently to what I have normally done, and so I started putting together my notes and things that I want to do. And so here it is. This is my strategy 2021, what I want and how I'm going to get it. So I looked at things differently for just like one reason really. I didn't want to carry on living the way I was living. I didn't want to carry on, working the way I was working. I just felt like it was a treadmill, and I was never getting out of it. Like the harder I worked, the harder I worked. And of course, in my work, I work smart. There's always going to be someone that says, "Don't work hard, work smart." I do both. So, but it just felt like this endless treadmill. And in my sort of time off this end of the year, I really reflected on my life and what I wanted out of this. And I'm hoping to share that with you. So maybe you can get some great tips out of this and just how you think of things. So I've sort of have a general what I want is three things that I'm focusing on this year. So they are money, savings, and time. So money is important because we all need money to survive on this world. We're the only creatures on earth that pay to live here. But we need money. Money is most certainly not the most important thing there is. Of course, that's why there are three things: savings and time. But it's important because we need to function, I've written down that will allow me to live. Money is that will allow me to live comfortable and happy. So it's not to have more money, it's not to have a lot of money, it's to have enough so that I can live comfortably and happy. And I define my happiness. And then important is savings. So what I've done differently, really towards the end of last year, I've done this in periods of my life. I just kind of lost my way and never built the habit strong enough. Is I want to have my minimum number that I need, to live on. So whether you're in a full-time employment, you've got a job, or whether you're freelancer or run a company, small business owner, this would be the same for everyone. Is you've got to know your minimum number. We've got all have stuff in our lives that aren't that important. They fluff. I've had like insurances that I just didn't need, and I had a lot of expenses that actually, when I looked at the surface of it, like they didn't need to be there. And my spending habits, going to the shop to buy like 3 items, coming home with 17, a lot of the chips and chocolates. It's curbing those habits. So savings was important for me because savings is to put a healthy portion of it away to build up a good savings balance. Because what savings does what money does when you have money, when you've earned it comfortably. So the way you earn it is also important. But when you've earned it a way you are happy with, and you have a good balance, a savings account, it gives you different choices, gives you options. And so where you are not living hand to mouth anymore, And everyone says, yeah, that like you wait till they earn a lot of money to save. But I know people earn a lot of money who have no savings. I was earn a fairly decent income, but I had very poor savings. And once I started to sort of re-engage this habit of saving, it just gave our family really a different peace of mind. We're able to make choices now. We were able to felt a lot more in control of our lives because we have the comfort of a bank balance to support that. And then the third most important thing is time. So I want the freedom to choose how much time I spend working. It's so important. Like, when you are freelancer or you own your own business, of which I'm both, um, like choosing how much time you spend working is important. We always think we've got to work every hour, the working hours, but we don't. If you've defined your minimum number of income, let's say it's 20,000, and you're earning 40,000, you only need 20,000, and that would include your groceries, would include, like, if you've got rent or all those things. Like, you'd be amazed what you can live on, if you just critically look at your life, because a lot of stuff is probably bloated. Or it's to make decisions, tough decisions, that says, well, maybe you shouldn't be living where you're living. Like, rent a cheaper apartment, or sell, if your house you can't afford it, rent out a room to bring down that expenses. But that's all in the personal choices that you need to make in order to build a lifestyle that affords you the way you want to live. So time is being able to spend, the freedom to spend on how much time you're working, and what I spend my time working on also. So it's not taking just random contracts or random jobs, or just working on anything. It's being very picky about it, working on the things I actually want to work on, not the things that are a waste of time. And then because I've developed new interests this year, video is one of them, and trying to grow a YouTube channel, just being more explorative in my video and my editing capability, which is growing. As you saw, a little click, and there's other things that I've done with sound as well. So being able to spend time on that also, like, maybe it's hobbies, or just other things of interest, choosing those things rather. And then of course it's time with my family. I want to be able to spend. Today at 12:30 we've got an appointment, a family appointment, that I now have the freedom to go and do that thing, and not locked into like all these work commitments, like these unending work commitments. It's actually just getting that out the way and say, no, here's what I'm going to be focusing on. Here's how much time I want to be spending working. So those are the three things that I am really bucketing for my 2021 year. The primary things that I'm driven on, that I'm focused on, that I'm working towards, that I want to achieve. I have a very clear way of how that this is what I want. I'm very clear on it. This is what I want. I know my base number. I've worked hard to get to that number. Some tough decisions, but in the end, looking back now, they weren't that tough at all. I mean, I made a big deal about it, but now that we're in the situation, it's like, yeah, that was easy. Of course, that was the right decision. The money, the savings, and time. Those are the three things, my North Star for 2021, that I'm really focusing on getting. And so that's what I want. I want money, I want savings, and I want time. I want to be in control of those things, control of my money, control of my savings, control of my time, to make the decisions that make me happy, that I can live a happy life. I want to be fulfilled in the work that I do. And I want to be able to make choices. So if I do, eventually we get to go on holidays, and being able to go to a place that I really want. So I'd be keen to hear, what are your pillars? What have you set for this year in terms of your goals and your achievements? And in a later video, I'll share with you exactly how I do my planning and how I'm going to get these goals, how I'm dead sure that I'll get these goals. I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.